Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review, this time of McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, Nightwing from Batman Nightfall, and Superman from DC Classics. I don't think DC Classics is like a comic book series. I think it's just, this is the Superman from the classic series from the 60s, judging by the artwork on the back, which is, I knocked that down. I'm very strong. It's sort of a golden age Superman, which is very cool. And Nightwing, of course, is the Nightwing from my childhood. This is the Nightwing that I was reading in the 80s. The Nightwing that I first met on New Teen Titans. The Nightwing that, you know, is on the cover of tons of stuff I got. I just remember the Lonely Place of Dying Nightwing, and this is really cool. This is the costume that probably people were asking for. The other Nightwing costume, the more modern one, is of course, you know, the one that he's using now, and people love Nightwing now. But this classic version of Nightwing's costume is really amazing. He's holding one of his discs. I don't know if he has. Yeah, he has hands that don't have the disc, but hopefully that disc isn't just sitting in his hand. Hopefully it's molded right to his hand, but just a really nice figure. And of course, Batman Nightfall and a Nightwing artwork, very cool. And of course, it is on the inside too. It would have been too much to ask maybe for a George Perez Nightwing, but I suppose you get what you get. The Superman is extremely classic. The look on his face is really goofy. I don't like the look on his face at all. I think I might get it out and think differently of it or anything, but I don't know. For right now, I'm thinking, yeah. This came as a pair on McFarlane's website, and I jumped at the opportunity mostly because this Superman is extremely close to what I imagine a Christopher Reeve Superman should be. Sort of the muted blue with the heavy red and heavy yellow, and the smile on his face and the spit curl. That all sort of screams Christopher Reeve to me. And of course, Nightwing is my Nightwing. Of course, I read the title off and on today, but of course he's wearing the other more streamlined uniform. So with that said, there's nothing left for me to do except break these guys out and take a look at them in person. So let's do that right now. Okay, now that they're out of the package, of course you can't see them right now because I've got the camera on their accessories. I thought we would start with their accessories first, which is now, in retrospect, kind of awkward. Let's do it anyway. So these are the trading cards that come with Superman and Nightwing. And of course, they resemble the back of the packages. So no surprise there. There's 3 pairs of hands for Superman. 2 he has on right now are sort of gesturing hands, 2 flight hands, 2 fists. Nightwing on right now has the disc throwing hand and sort of this kind of hand, kind of a gesturing hand. And he has 2 sort of trigger finger hands kind of partially open where he can hold things, and 2 fists as well. And of course, Nightwing comes with the obligatory figure stand because Superman comes with a flight stand, which I have him on. As for Superman and Nightwing themselves, of course, this is the flight stand I was talking about. They're just really cool. Superman looks absolutely classic in his light blue uniform. The S throws me off on the belt. I don't think he ever had that feature, at least not in the 60s, for crying out loud. He just had a yellow band and red trunks, and he might not have even had the yellow band. I'm not absolutely sure. But this is just, it just screams classic. I'm sure the cape might be reuse. The S logo is just perfect. It is absolutely classic. It's gorgeous. The smile on his face, I don't know, this growing on me. I think it's growing on me. I saw that horror movie Smile, and now everything that has a weird smile makes me a little uncomfortable. Makes me a little like, what the? So it could be that I'm in close proximity to that movie. So could be I'm creeped out by that. But it doesn't resemble Christopher Reeve. But the costume does. The costume looks perfect, except for that S. But from a distance and from just a quick pass, you're like, this is the perfect Superman. And some of you guys have swapped heads with other versions of Superman that were perfect for this body and had this big curl, and they were just amazing. Didn't have the goofy smile, and it worked out great. This, as is, straight from the package though. If I had one Superman, and I don't, I got multiple Supermans from McFarlane Toys. But if this was the one that I had, I could be done. Done, finished, got it. Cool. But I've got all the other ones. And this one's amazing. I love this one so much. I like that it comes with a flight stand. I didn't completely attach the nightstand to the base. I think that you can clip it on and get it to stay, but I didn't clip it on all the way, so I could take it off for storage. So let's go over, man, that thing is it's sculpted on top, man. It's not painted on at all. It's just sculpted. It's super cool. So let's go through some articulation for Superman. Head up, nice. Head down, not great, but not bad. Head to the side, super creepy. Head to the other side, uber creepy. Arms all the way around. Great wingspan, aided by a butterfly joint that you can barely see in there, but adds a little bit of shoulder position so you can move the shoulder around a little bit. Bicep swivel, double elbow, wrist hinge, wrist swivel, mid-torso rocker that doesn't break the S, and a torso rocker at the waist also. Standard McFarlane legs. I don't even know what you call those. Double knees. Ankle hinge. I should say ankle ball joint. Ankle rocker. Because he doesn't have the thigh swivel, the ankle swivel helps position him. The ball joint helps to position him. And that is Superman in his, is he singing opera pose? I like the way I did that. Is he singing opera pose? So let's go over Nightwing. Like I said at the top, this is the Nightwing I grew up with. Cool ponytail there on the back. I don't think he has the ponytail anymore, but back then he had that. He has the little comb over his hair. It's just very cool. This is the grown-up Dick Grayson who has moved out of his mentor's shadow and become his own hero. It's very cool. I just gotta hold the butterfly joint a little bit so I can make the stripe line up a little bit better. Which it does, just a little bit better. Oh, that butterfly joint is loose in there. Maybe I'm lucky it's staying in there at all. Oh, there we go. That's unbroken on that side. I'm trying to get it unbroken on that side. The disc is sculpted in, so that is really good news for me. The stripe is very cool. Very classic design. Can you move these to kind of make it? It's broken in parts in the kind of the design, and I remember the design went all the way around, but that belt is extremely accurate. That belt is really cool with the Nightwing logo and just kind of the pouches like Batman's, but more streamlined. Of course, the designs around the wrist, the dark blue and the light blue, little hints of the circus kid that he was, and sort of the costuming. I think the costume was based on what the Flying Graysons wore. I can't remember, but there was some inspiration there. And of course that cool domino mask that he wore, that's kind of an homage to his old one, but more matches his logo, which is on the disc, which is on the belt. So let's go over his articulation. Great up. Really good down. Side to side. Very nice. Great wingspan, aided by butterfly joints that are a little obnoxious. They're sticking way out. I don't know if you guys are having the butterfly joint coming way out, but mine is coming way out. Bicep swivel. Double elbow. Looks like he's going to throw a shot put. Wrist hinge. Wrist swivel. Mid-torso rocker. And a rocker at the waist for maximum flexibility. Standard McFarlane legs. Double knees. Ball joint at the ankle. Ankle rocker, which is just that swivel, I think. So it's not really a traditional rocker. And he's got a toe joint there. Also, Superman has a toy joint. Also, I just didn't demonstrate it on camera when I went over Superman's articulation. And that is Superman from DC Classics and Nightwing from Batman Nightfall. These are two great figures. I think we've gotten a lot of Superman before, but this one is just amazing. This one will evoke that feeling that you are watching the Richard Donner movie all over again. Otherwise, if you have a Superman you like better, you can pass on it because you already have Superman. And if you have a Christopher Reeve head, maybe you bought on eBay or something and it's all painted and the skin tone is matching and everything, throw that on the body, man. It probably would look just like Christopher Reeve's Superman. Except for, of course, Christopher Reeve wasn't super muscular, so he was a little skinnier. But it's just an amazing figure, and the Nightwing figure is great, despite the fact that the butterfly joints don't really do it for me. They're kind of a little loose, but I could probably take the arms out and maybe reset the joints in there. Maybe just somebody put them in a little bit weird, and maybe I'm just meant to get in there with a spoon and pop it out. But that is for another time. That all sounded very gross. Sounds like I pop people's eyeballs out for a living or something. It's weird. Okay, forget I said that. Don't call the police. So until next time, enjoy your toys.